Fantastic. So, oh yes, that's right. Bhavnaben, is anybody like to read the English of the 12th chapter?
I've got 4 people lined up.
Oh,
Good.
fantastic. Okay. So,
So Dimant is going first.
okay. Okay. And how many?
Then Nehal, Jaimini, and Dhawan and Renuka.
So 4 each, right?
Are you reading 2-2?
We can read 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2, yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. So let us make a start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Arjunuvacha evam satatayuktaye bhaktastvam paryupasate ye chapya aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yogavittamaha.
Arjun inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested?
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Veshamano ye mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Paryupetaste Me Yukta Tamamataha.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect.
Ye Tvaksharamanirdeshyam Avyaktam Paryupasate Sarvatra Gamachintyam Cha Kutastham Achalam Dhruvam Sanyam Yendriyagramam Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha Te Prapnuvanti Mameva Sarvabhutahite Rataha.
Those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons, engaged in the welfare of all, at last achieve me.
Kleshodhikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hikatirduhukam dehavabhir avapyate.
For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancements is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied.
So just to clarify, this 12th chapter contains 3 themes. One is that Krishna is asked by Arjun, which is better, to worship your personal form or worship your unmanifested, impersonal form, that form we can't see? And Krishna is very emphatic in his answer. He's saying, worshipping my personal form is always better. To worship my impersonal form, which is beyond the perception of the senses, etc., it's very, very difficult. And to make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. And then in the next verse, we'll see he's saying, for them, for those who worship the personal form, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha ananyanneva yogena mam jayanta upasate tesham aham samurdhata mrityu samsara sagarat bhavamena chirat partha maya vesita chetasam.
Well done.
Thank you.
So who'd like to?
Okay, I can go. This is Renuka. So
Very
okay.
But those who worship me, giving up all their activities onto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pratha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
So, Punna, are you reading?
Yeah. Sorry, I started, but we were on mute.
No problem.
Mayyeva mana adatsva, mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayyeva, ata urdhvam na sanshayah.
Okay, just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt.
So here, Krishna starts the second theme of this chapter. He's showing how flexible he is. So he's saying, fix your mind on me and you'll always live with me. Engage your intelligence in me. But if you can't do that, he's saying, there are different options. So we'll see what these different options are in the next 5 verses.
Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknoshi mai sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mamichhaptum dhananjaya.
My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
Abhyasepya samarthosi matkarma paramo bhava madarthamapi karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi.
If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage.
Athaitadapya shaktosi kartum madhyogamaśritah sarva karma phalatyagam tatah kuru yatatmavan.
If you cannot take to this practice,
The one above that.
If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated.
Shreyo hi gnanam abhyasaj gnanat dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phalatyagas tyagat shantiranantaram.
If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind.
So we saw the different transitions. He's saying, if you fix your mind on me, you will live in me. Okay, if you can't do that, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. Okay, if you can't follow the principles of Bhakti, that means basically read about me, chant my names, hear about me, those things. If you can't do that, then work for me. You can't even work for me. Then whatever results you're getting from your work, don't be attached to those results. You are attached, so you can't even do that. Then meditate on me. You can't meditate because in the Kali Yuga it's very difficult. Okay, understand. So he's saying, at least cultivate some knowledge about me. That's the minimum we can do. So reading this Bhagavad Gita will help us cultivate knowledge about who God is, who we are, and what is our relationship with him. And now the next 8 verses, Krishna describes the Bhakta Astakam, what he values in his devotees.
अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः.
One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me.
यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः.
He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised and in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me.
अनपेक्षः सुचिर्दक्षः उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः.
I'll read that. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert without cares, free from all pain, and not striving for some result, is very dear to me.
यो न रष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न कांक्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः.
I'll take that. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to me.
समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मान अपमानयोः शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु समः संग विवर्जितः तुल्य निंदा स्तुतिर्मौनी संतुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतिर् भक्तिर्मान् मे प्रियो नरः.
One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge, and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me.
ये तु धर्मामृतमिदम् यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेऽतीव मे प्रियः.
Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very dear to me.
Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Bhakti Yoga ki jai. 12th chapter ki jai. Devotional service ki jai. And Shaivi ki jai.
Thank you.
So Shaivi, I wanted everybody to bless you and your brothers as well, so that you can learn more and become great devotees of Lord Krishna.
Thank you.
I bless you, Shaivi, and you and your brothers.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We all bless you,
Shaivi.
Shaivi.
Bless you and the
brothers, twin brothers.
And blessings are very important. The good wishes of our elders can take us a very long way, okay? So count your lucky blessings, okay? Thank you so much, Shevi.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Shevi.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So I'd like to welcome everybody again. Thank you so much for joining us. So many new faces, new names. And I'd like to thank actually Bhavnaben for inviting and for you for joining. This is a really special month. And today is actually a really special day because every day in this month is special. And especially when we get together like this as a group, it makes it even more sweeter. So I wanted to just very quickly describe why this month is so important. It's known as the month of Damodar, and I'll explain that in a little while. It's also known as Kartik Mas. So you may be familiar with the words Kartik Mas. And it started on 31st October, and it is till the end of November. So another nearly 2 weeks left. And this month, we actually perform satsangs every single day at 7:30. It's such an auspicious month. And any bhakti that we do in this month is 1,000 times better than in any other month. That is why often you will see in this month, people go to Vrindavan. Of course, nowadays that's a little bit restricted, but they would do more bhakti in this month because it's like a sale of the century. You know, you do a little bit of bhakti and it counts for a lot. Why is this month so special? Because something happened in this month when Krishna was in this world, which was so special. We don't celebrate it just for one day. We celebrate it for 30 days. And this was where Mother Yashoda bound up Krishna with ropes of her love. Who can bind the Supreme Personality of Godhead? No one can bind unless they have such intensity of love that he agrees to be bound by them. He doesn't often agree this, but the mother's love, Yashoda Mai especially, was so great that he allowed himself to be bound. So why did this happen? Why did she do that? Is she cruel? No, this was actually out of her love for him. He was actually had a reputation in Vrindavan of being a butter thief. The neighbors kept complaining to Mother Yashoda, but she never believed them because he was such a sweet boy at home. He'd never do anything like that. But this time he made the dreadful mistake of breaking the pots of his mother and stealing that butter. And more than that, he was feeding it to the monkeys. And the mother realized, oh no, what the neighbors have been telling me is true. He is naughty. Of course, this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can be naughty if he wants. But in this role, he was playing that of a young child. So Mother Yashoda felt great motherly love for him and wanted to correct her son, who would marry him otherwise. So she ran after him with a stick and she was frightened. That person who the son is frightened of and rises and sets every day was himself frightened of the mother's stick. She finally caught up with him, grabbed him, and she tried to tie him to this wooden log. But it was very difficult because it was always 2 fingers short, the rope. No matter how much rope she used, it was always 2 fingers short. And these 2 fingers short indicates, our acharyas tell us, that one finger relates to our effort, and the second finger is Krishna's mercy. So when he saw the effort, the transcendental effort by Mother Yashoda to tie baby Krishna, to tie him, he allowed her to tie him. So this is very important. In our lives, we have to make an effort. And if we make an effort, then we simply rely on the mercy of the Lord. An effort to do what? To do bhakti, to get close to God. The onus is on us. And then he showed his divinity as he always does. He took the wooden mortar between two trees, and the two trees fell down. They were very strong trees. And out of the two trees came two devatas, Nal Kuvera and Manigriva. They were the sons of Kuver, and they had been cursed to become trees and to be freed when Krishna would release them from that curse. So Krishna remembered, and he released these devatas. So this is a very important month for this particular purpose. So I want to shift it along a little bit because we are a little running behind time. This month is very special because many things happen in this month. Just right at the beginning, just before the beginning, Sharad Purnima. Then there was the appearance of Radha Kund, Shyam Kund. Diwali was last Saturday. Sunday was Govardhan Puja and Bestu Varasna Divas. Tomorrow is when Srila Prabhupada returned back to the spiritual world. And in a few days is Gopastami, where Krishna takes the cows to the forest for the first time. Tulsi Viva happens in just less than 2 weeks. Karwa Chauth has taken place, and two wonderful Ekadashis. So this month has so many wonderful festivals. And it is recommended to do some extra tapasya, like we offer a ghee lamp every single day to Damodar, this picture where he is bound by the ropes. Damo means rope and Udar means waist. This name is very affectionate name of Krishna. So we offer a lamp to him and his mother Yashoda. We sing this Damodarastikam, which we will do in a little while. We do extra japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We read the Bhagavad Gita every day, chapter 12 especially, because chapter 12 is about Bhakti Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga refers to Bhakti Devi, that is Srimati Radharani. And if we can please Bhakti Devi, then Krishna is automatically pleased. And this is actually the month of Bhakti Devi, Radharani's month. So whatever we do in this month will please Radharani. And then Krishna becomes automatically pleased. So that's why we recite the 12th chapter every day. And we try to read the Gopi Gita from the Bhagavad Puran. We try to do some upwas, fasting, whatever is within our capacity. So some devotees eat once a day. Some devotees don't eat any grains, like that. But definitely one thing we should try to do in this month is more bhakti and less gossip, less television, less social media. And what we try to do in this month also is we try to read from the Krishna book by Srila Prabhupada. This is a very important book because this is a summary of the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. Normally, we can't go straight to the 10th canto. We have to read the first 9 cantos. But Srila Prabhupada has given this book to us, which out of his kindness, allowing us to read this, dive into the nectar of Krishna Leela. So before we do that, I just wanted to ask, does anybody have any questions from what I've just said? I know there's many new devotees here. Are there anybody who want to just inquire a little bit more about what we've just said? Okay. So today, I don't know if we're going to get through. We've got a few minutes. Oh yes, Hare Krishna Janaki. Fantastic. Very good. Very good. So what would you like to cover from this?
Yeah, I don't think we'll get through all of it. So shall we just talk about maybe Akrura a little bit, and can we catch up on the demons tomorrow?
Yeah, okay. So you've got 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can do the demons tomorrow, and
no problem at all.
Okay, great. Okay.
We've got some slides which you can use if you want to.
Yeah, sounds good. Shall we?
That's how it starts, yeah.
We start here, yeah, okay, thank you. First of all, Hare Krishna, everyone. And I'm just going to share a little bit about the chapters that we're on at the moment. We've been discussing Krishna book every day during Kartik month, and we've reached a really interesting part in the book, which is all about the Leela, the pastimes of Krishna. And it's actually one of my favorite parts of Krishna Leela.
So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what I've read and what I've heard about this particular part of Krishna's time when he was here. So about 5,000 years ago, Krishna performed his Leela here on this planet. And when he did so, so many things happened. And this is what Krishna book's all about. And as some of you may know, Krishna, he was living in Vrindavan or Vrajmandal. That's where he grew up with Yashoda Maya and Nanda Baba, and he had Balaram there, he had all the gopis and the gopas, and that's where his whole childhood was. And those of you who might know a little bit, you'll know that actually Krishna, he was born in Mathura. And there was a story about how Krishna ended up in Vrajmandal, and that is that his maternal uncle Kans, he wanted to kill Krishna. So for the safety of Krishna, Krishna's parents, Vasudeva and Devaki in Mathura, they took him to Vrindavan, and that's where he stayed with Yashoda and Nanda Baba. Now, all the time that Krishna was in Vrindavan, Kans, his mama, was really worried because there was a there was a prophecy that Krishna was going to kill Kans. So Kans was figuring out all sorts of ways that he could try and stop him himself being killed by Krishna. So he was sending many, many demons to Vrajmandal. So you may have heard of Putana and Arishtasur, and many, many demons were sent there. Agasur, Bakasur, all these demons were being sent by Kans to try and kill Krishna before Krishna killed Kans. Now, all of these demons were failing big time. And it was at this point that Kans thought, I'm still going to, there's this prophecy that Krishna is going to kill me. So I need to do something about this whole issue. And he decided that I've tried to send so many demons to Vrindavan. None of them are able to kill Krishna. Krishna always kills them and, looks after his residents. I'm now going to call Krishna to Mathura. Let me see what I can do here in Mathura to try and kill Krishna. So he had a plan of inviting Krishna to come to Mathura to take part in a festival. And he thought, once he gets here for the festival, I can kill him. But in order to get Krishna to Mathura, there was a very, very special person who he used. And this person is known by the name of Akrur. And Akrur was a minister of Krishna. Sorry, my mistake. Akrur was a minister of Kans, but he was related in the family of Krishna in the Yadu dynasty. Now, being a minister of Kans, Akrur was doing that as his, outwardly job. It was his job to be a minister of Kans, but his heart was always fixed in the devotion of Krishna. He had, a belief that Krishna was everything, and he was sticking by this belief. But externally, he was acting as the minister of Kans. Now, Kans called Akrur and said, I need you to go to Vrindavan and call Krishna here to take part in this festival. And Akrur, though he didn't want to call Krishna for the reasons that Kans wanted, he thought, I have an opportunity to go and see God. And this was Akrur's real reason why he decided to agree to Kans's request and go to Vrindavan to bring Krishna to Mathura. Now, Akrur was a very, if we say I can say this in Hindi, he was a very Siddha Sada, soft, gentle soul, a very, very pious, religious person. And what's really special about Akrur is he's taught us something which is so important. He went from Mathura to Vrindavan, and he went with one desire, and that was to take darshan, to take blessings, and to take darshan, to see God. And he's taught us one very big thing. Akrur has taught us the importance of wanting to see God, wanting to have God in our lives. And Akrur has taught us the importance of us also going on a pilgrimage to Vrindavan. Akrur has shown us that once in our life, at least, we must make this journey to Vrindavan to see Krishna, because Krishna is always in Vrindavan. So Akrur is teaching us how important this is. Now, the whole way, he got on a chariot, the whole way from Mathura to Vrindavan, his mind was fixed on one thing. I am going to see Krishna. I am going to see Balaram. I'm going to see God. And he thinks about every part of Krishna, starting from his feet, and he's meditating on Krishna's lotus feet, his smile, his hands, everything. And the whole way he's just thinking, what have I done to have this opportunity to see Krishna? And then he thinks to himself, actually, I haven't done anything. I'm a minister of Kans, and Kans wants to kill Krishna. What have I done? I haven't done anything good, but I'm still able to go to Vrindavan and I'm about to see Krishna. What have I done to deserve this? And this links to what Nabi Prabhu was saying at the beginning. Nabi Prabhu asked us all to bless Shevi. Akrur realized that his blessing to go to Vrindavan and to see Krishna was actually the blessings of some sadhus. He'd had some blessings of some seniors in his life. And like Nabi Prabhu said, the blessings of seniors go so far in our lives. So somewhere Akrur began to think, I've had some blessing of a sadhu or a holy person or someone in my life that I am getting to go on pilgrimage. And Akrur, had this very humble view. And he thought, because of some mercy, I'm getting to go to Vrindavan. And it's explained by our gurus and our acharyas, by Srila Prabhupada, that even us just wanting to go to Vrindavan, the minute we think, I want to go to Vrindavan, our sins begin to, at that point, just drop off. As soon as that sankalp, that desire to go to Vrindavan, we begin to, lose so many bad karmas and sins that we have got. And the moment we enter Vrindavan, it said that all of our sins are gone just by stepping into this holy land. So it's so important that we all try and once in our life make this journey to Vrindavan. So Akrur also shows us how to go to Vrindavan. His mind is fixed on God. He also, once he reaches Vrindavan, he falls to the ground and he pays pranams to the dust of Vrindavan. And still to this day, if you go to Vrindavan, you'll see the devotees, the first thing they do when their taxi stops and they get out at Vrindavan, the first thing these devotees do is they fall to the feet of Vrindavan, because Vrindavan is such a special place. And Akrur was showing us how to do all of this. And Akrur, then he sees the footprints of Krishna, because Krishna is in Vrindavan. And here, there's a really nice slide here on the screen about how we can approach Vrindavan. And Akrur's shown us all of these, to think about Krishna, to meditate on him, to glorify Krishna, to feel very humble, to feel very lucky and blessed that we're able to go. Really nice slide there. So then Akrur sees the footprints of Krishna, and he finally meets Krishna there, and he offers his pranams to Krishna. And he enters the house of Krishna, where he is looked after very nicely by Nand Baba, Yashoda Maiya, Krishna, Balaram. They all offer him nice jamvanu. They give him lots of nice food. They give him, every treatment of how a guest should be treated. Krishna himself is teaching us how to look after guests, and Akrur had one desire: when will Krishna and Balaram call me Akrur Chacha? When will they refer to me affectionately as their uncle? And Krishna and Balaram did just this. They said, Akrur Chacha, what brings you to Vrindavan? And Akrur explains to them the truth, that look, Kans has called you here. He wants you to come for a festival, but the pretense is a pretense of a festival. But I think there's more to it. I think there's a lot going on, because Kans is always killing people, always persecuting people. And Krishna and Balaram, they say, don't worry, we've killed so many demons in Vrindavan, and whatever bad is happening in Mathura, we will deal with that. We will come to Mathura with you on this chariot. And they decide to go, and they take everyone with them. Nanda Baba, Yashoda, everyone goes on this journey to Mathura. And the gopis of Vrindavan, they were very, very distressed to see that Krishna was going to Mathura. They were so close to him, they began to wonder why he's leaving. And Krishna was insisting, don't worry, I'm coming back to Vrindavan soon. But they, in their heart, they felt a sadness that he was going. They tried to even block the roads. You can see in this very beautiful painting, the gopis are fainting, seeing Krishna leaving for Mathura. Some of them are lying on the ground, trying to stop the chariot. They had such devotion. The gopis showed us the best bhakti, the best devotion towards Krishna. But Krishna knew that he had to deal with Kans and all the problems going on in Mathura, and he decided to go and take with him all the cowherd boys and Nanda Baba for this, what they were going for, they thought was a wrestling match and a Dhanush Yagya. a festival. And Krishna was upset seeing, the residents of Vrindavan upset to see him go, but he knew he had to go and do this. And it's here that a very interesting thing happens. I think we've just got a few more minutes, but Akrur, he knew Krishna was God, but something very special happened on his way out of Vrindavan. He took bath in Yamuna, and Yamuna Maharani is very special. It's the river which flows in Vrindavan, and he went to, before Akrur went to take bath, Krishna and Balaram took a bath, and then they came and sat back on the chariot, and Akrur went to take his bath in Yamuna. And when Akrur went to take his bath, he thought Krishna and Balaram, they've taken their bath, they're on the chariot, and we're going to go to Mathura soon. But then he realized in the water, Krishna and Balaram are also there. So he gets very confused that Krishna and Balaram are both on the chariot and in Yamuna. And this is where he then sees the universal form of Krishna, in his form of Vishnu and with Seshnag there. And Akrur realizes the power of Krishna, that Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. And he offers many, many prayers to Krishna and glorifying Krishna, saying, you are everything, Krishna. You are Bhagavan. I offer you my pranams and my prayers. And Akrur showed himself to be a very special devotee. Though he was a minister of Kans, he was a true bhakta. He was a true devotee of Krishna. And it's at this point where Krishna makes his journey to Mathura. But I'll just share one very last thing to end with, and that's something not many people know, but Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Never, ever, ever. And on this very line between Mathura and Vrindavan, there's like a, what do you call it? A border line. At this point, Krishna, Krishna, as we call Nandan Krishna, the son of Yashoda and Nanda Baba, he remained in Vrindavan. He doesn't take even one step of that border outside of out of Vrindavan. And Vasudev Krishna, the son of Vasudev and Devki, and the what we call the other form of Krishna, he made his way. He carried on his lila in the seen way in Mathura. So the real Krishna, he remains in Vrindavan, always doing his lila with the gopis and gopas, and he has a different form which he takes to continue his lila in Mathura, Dwarka, etc. But very special, and this is why Vrindavan is so special, because still to this day, Krishna is in Vrindavan. So I'll just end there because I know we're running a little bit behind time. But if anyone has any questions, I don't know if there's time or not, but I'll just end with that. And Nabi Prabhu and Jayanti Mataji, if you have anything to add or anything I've missed at this point, I request you please correct me and any mistakes.
Thank you so much.
No,
that was good.
Yeah, you covered
Beautifully said.
everything.
Beautifully said. Are there any questions, any comments? Okay, I tell you what, let's move along because we keep ourselves a little bit restricted on time because we know people are busy, and online is always a little bit more challenging than when you're face to face. So why is it so important to offer a lamp in this month? Because this month is very dear to Krishna, and actually offering a lamp destroys countless sins. And there's no mantra, no pious deed, no purity, purity. Everything becomes perfect. Even if somebody doesn't have any pious activities or has done any pious deeds or is not pure, if they just offer a lamp, they become perfect. And it's said that it's like performing loads of yagyas and bathing in the holy rivers. It's such an important thing to do. It's like giving Krishna a big gift. And whoever does this becomes glorious and very fortunate in doing this in the month of Kartik. So this is the prayer that we sing. It's called the Damodarastikam. And whilst we're singing this, you're welcome to offer a lamp to Krishna and Damodar and Yashoda. So we will highlight this spotlight. So you can, if you don't have a picture there, you can. Oh, Janaki, would you like to sing just once all the way through?
Yeah, sure, I'd love to. Thank you.
And if you don't have a lamp, you can just imagine a lamp in your hands. In Kali Yuga, Manasi Seva is regarded very powerful. Of course, if one has the opportunity to serve physically, then one should do it. But if one cannot, for any reason, then offer in your mind. It is fine. So let's sing this bhajan. Yes, go for it. Damodarastakam ki jai.
Namamishwaram sa Chidanandarupam Lasatkundalam go Kule Prajamanam Yashodabhiyo Latavamanam Param Trishtamathyanta Kodrute Gopya Rudantam muhurnitra yugamamrejantam karam bhoja yugmena shankantanetram muhusasakampa trirekantha sthitai devadamodar bhakti bandham Itirtrikshvalilavi Rananda Kunde Svagoshamrimajantam Akhyapayantam Tadiyeshitagneshur Bhakterjitatvam Puna Prematastam Shatavritti Vande Varam Deva Mokshamna Mokshavadim Va Nachanyam Vrineha Vareshadapiha Idam te vapurnatha Gopala Balam Sada me manasya Viraskaski manye Idam te mukham bhujam Adyantanilai Vritam kunthalai stita Raktascha gopya Muhuschumbitam bimba Raktadharam me Manasya virastyam Alam lakshalabhe Namo Devadamodar Anant Vishnu Prasiddha Prabho Dukha Jaladimagnam Kripa Drishti Drishyadi Dinam Vatanum Grihanesha Mamagyam Yetyakshidresha Kuveratmajo Bhadra Murte Vayatva Tvaya Mochito Bhakti Bhajo Krito Cha Tatha Prema Bhaktim Sakame Prayachva Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodareha Namaste Studhamane Sturadipti Dhamane Tvadiyodharayatya Vishwasya Dhamane Namo Radhikayai Gadiya Priyayai Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Yashoda Damodar ki jai, Radha Damodar ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Maybe we can just finish off with singing about them. Jaya Yashoda Damodara Yashoda Damodara Damodara Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radha Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gaura Nitai Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Nitai Gaura Haribo, Haribo. Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo. So we haven't got time to read the Damodarastakam,
Translation.
but the translation, but it's a very beautiful translation. It explains the wonderful pastime that took place as well at that time. So if devotees can maybe Google this, or if you like a copy of this, I can send that to Bhavnaben. And then that will, actually I've sent it to Bhavnaben. So Bhavnaben, you can maybe forward it to the devotees who have come.
Yes, Prabhu, I will. Yes.
Thank you so much. So actually, I wouldn't mind singing this. So we can just sing it once. And these are prayers of protection, especially in this day and age of crazy things happening. We want everybody to be safe and sound. Sound in mind, mentally, physically, but also more important than anything, spiritually. This time is actually a very good opportunity for us to become spiritually much more enlightened. So, because you should use this opportunity that we have of getting that, doing that. So, Namaste Narsinghaya Praladaladaini Hiranyakashipu Akshaya Shilatankanakayani Ito Nasingho Parato Nasingho Yato Yamitato Nasingha Vahe Nasingha Hidaye Nasingha Narasingha Madim Sharanam Prapani Tava Karakamalabare Nakam Adutta Singha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Narsinghadev, 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 Jaya Narsinghadev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. So just before we finish, I just wanted Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I just wanted to let devotees know different things that we're doing all on Zoom and mostly on this Zoom address. And this is, we don't charge anything. This is literally to just give knowledge. Like Krishna was saying in the 12th chapter, at least gain some knowledge. So we're trying to give that knowledge. So we do children's Sangha every Saturday, and Priti is here. Priti organizes the dramas every week, pretty much. They do online dramas, and they're amazing drama. Last Saturday, they did drama on Lord Ram, And I was asking the children, what did you learn from that? And it was incredible what they came out with. It was the most incredible experience I've had, because they shared so much learning from that Ramayan drama. So if your children are interested, or grandchildren, then again, let Bhavnaben know. She has our details. She can forward them to you. We do pre-teens class from the age of 7 till 14 every other week, Bhagavad Gita. And this is run by a wonderful girl, undergraduate, Sanjana. And she's got a wonderful knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and a very nice style with the children. She also conducts the youth presentations, which takes place every other Sunday at 1 o'clock. And then we have adults classes every day at, it's 3:30. And yoga on Sundays, that's done by Kamakshi Kanchan. And she does a really fantastic job. And so many people do benefit from this yoga every Sunday. And we're going to start in December, every Friday evening. Oh, I haven't put the time, 7:30 in the evening, Bhagavad Gita classes. We will try to do one chapter a week. So 18 weeks, we should hopefully cover the whole Bhagavad Gita, trying to understand Krishna's message and how it applies today to us. And we also want to do bhajan night every Thursday from 7:30 till 8:30, because there are some beautiful bhajans. And by singing these bhajans, our hearts can melt and become the resting place for Radha and Krishna. So I just wanted to share that. And I wanted to thank everybody now, especially Bhavnaben, especially Janaki and Roma for hosting, and everybody who's attended. It's really been a very special evening for me. And I wanted to thank you, all of you.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank
Hare
you so
Krishna,
much.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much.
Yeah, thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shamila.
Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Hare
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
everybody.
Krishna.
Maji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Devi
Hare Krishna,
Lakshmi.
everyone.